sorry about that. Alright. I had a burp real quick. I just got done eating, and I was like, you know what? I'm in the mood for doing this. This is chapter 6 of Dragon Ball X. I got me some Super Saiyan 3 Goku theme music going on, so that's what you're hearing in the background. Yeah, chapter 5 was the end of the Frieza saga. The battle with Frieza ended just like the battle with Goku, except this time Tora did not let Frieza live. Unlike Goku, who turned around after Frieza shot a blast at him, no. This time, Frieza was talking a whole bunch of junk, right? So Tora floated down. It's like, oh, you want to talk some trash? And he blew him up like Vegeta did, that one dude. Where he like put his palm on the dude's chest and he just blew him up. Poi Poi, he blew him up like that, except with one hand to the face. Blasted son, you know what I mean? So Frieza did, right? And everybody back on Earth. Nail decided to stay with Tora, as the other Nameks went back to Namek, the new Namek, that is. And now Tora and Nail just got done finishing their training as they noticed a spacecraft coming to Earth. Now this is where we were at. This is now where we are at now. The last chapter being chapter 5 was Tora and Nail decided to fly over and check it out. And now we're gonna get into what they were checking out. You know what I mean? Alright. 3 soldiers. This is where you kind of know. This is where you're gonna really find out who the main villain of this saga or this arc is. And yes, this is the same villain. Again, this is the origin story. So this will contain all the major villains in the Dragon Ball Z world, except for one villain that I created. That will be at the end of the origin story, and will also end in the. Also will appear at the end of the regular story. Again, this is the regular. This is the origins, guys. And after I get done with the origins, I will continue the chapters like how you do the legit manga. After you're done with the volume, let's put it like this: origin is like the first volume, and then the other books. But I'll continue the chapters. So let's say this origin story into like chapter like 13 or 14. I will continue the regular story at chapter 15, chapter 16. You know what I mean? Alright, I just want to let y'all know that now, so y'all know in advance. Because we're at chapter 6 and we're just getting started, man. There will be like 50-something chapters to this. I'm just being honest with y'all. Alright. 3 soldiers walk out as soon as they get out. They go hunting for whatever they are looking for. Tora notices their advanced power levels, but their power levels was the extreme power level that Tora sensed beforewards. Nail and Tora decide to confront the 3 who stepped outside the ship. They get there, and the two stand face to face with the 3. Their names. This is where you're gonna know who the main villain is. Is Dore, Nezu, and everybody knows this guy, Salza. Alright, now I'm not going to tell who's the main villain yet for those who haven't even seen Dragon Ball Z, in which, if you haven't, I'm glad you're watching this. Yeah, well, hearing this, technically, but still. If you have not seen Dragon Ball Z and you're watching this now, I'm glad you are, because now you get to see it from, like, a legit, this is something being very new to you. So if you are a new person and just now got into Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z, and you haven't even seen a single episode, or you've only seen a couple episodes, comment down in the comment section below if you've never even seen Dragon Ball Z, now you're watching this. I'd like to hear about it. Alright. They asked who they were looking for, and they say their names, Tora and Nail. Yeah. They say next they were looking for the one who killed Lord Frieza. Then what they know about the particular person. Also, they knew the person lived on Earth and was extremely powerful, so they're looking for Tora. Then they noted that Salza, Nezu, and Dore all noted that the person who killed Frieza was a Saiyan. Tora stepped forward and says he was the one who defeated Frieza. and he is a Saiyan from Earth. Salza tells him to be prepared to meet his doom as he charges at Tor. Nail was about to step in as Dore and Nezu cut in front of him. Tora was against Salza and Nail was against Dore and Nezu. The battle commenced. As Salza charges Tora, Tora dodges the attack and comes from behind. He then kicks Salza to the side. Nail takes on both Dore and Nezu as they both send wild shots at Nail. As he is at full guard, Nail's training was just enough to take them both on. Now y'all know why I gave him the power level of 900,000, because again, I watch a lot of power level videos. I know power levels are kind of bullcrap, but it seems that Dore and Nezu are apparently stronger than Frieza in his base form. So yeah, so I was like, yeah, Nail has to be at least 900,000 to fight them. Nail then blocks one of Nezu's attacks as he sends it at Dore. So Nezu like had a ki blast, and then Nail like he blocked it, but then he sent it right back at Dore. If you don't know who Nezu and Dore is, or you forgot what they look like, Nezu is the dude with the weird neck who can put his head inside of his neck, like really tall red looking dude, and then Dore is the big old like muscular like green looking dude. Yeah, and we all know who Salza is, right? And if you don't, he is the dude with the Australian accent and whatnot. Yeah, that's all. It's everything to him. On the other hand, Tor suppresses his actual power as he fights Salza because of the extremely high power he sensed earlier, being just, y'all know who it is. Tor catches Salza's hook. Like, so, you know, Tor, you know, Salza was like, you know what I mean, when he won a box, he, you know, sent that hook to Tor. Tor was like, boy, please. He catches his hook and tosses him up and strikes him down with a sledgehammer. So, you know, he tosses him up and goes like, bop, drop. He drops this man. Tor sends a barrage of ki blast at Salza as Salza meets the ground. The barrage ends as Salza sneaks on Tor from behind as he turns around and I just repeated the same thing twice, my bad guys, and hit Salza with the left spinning backhand. So he kind of went around and bop, get out of my face, boy, you know what I mean? Salza is sent flying again as he changes or charges his ki blast in both hands. He then fires as it nears Tora. Tora sends the blast northward, so he blasts the blast with his two hands. Tora went uppercut that son, you know, Ryukin, and that bro went up, you know what I mean? It went way up. Salza in shock, tries to run away, because now he's scared now. I mean, that was his most powerful attack, and Tora just said he flickered that wrist, you know what I mean? And now that blast up in the air like no one cares. Salza in shock tries to run away as Tora corners him and blasts him with the Tiger Wave. Salza is then defeated. He gone forever. And no, if you actually seen the movie I'm talking about where Salza is in, Salza does not come back in the end of it. No, this time, no. There's no Piccolo that killed Salza at the end. No, Salza's dead now. Back to Nail's fight. He's going one-on-one with Nezu as he finally gets a finishing blow on Nezu. Nezu is then stunned and falls to the ground. From behind comes a strong ki blast that surprises Nail. Nail turns and sees that Dore is still alive. He then rushes him. Dore and Nail begin another one-on-one sprawl. The battle ends shortly as the blazing beam takes out both Nail and Dore. It was from nowhere, as it just happened in a heartbeat. Tora senses nails dropping power as he rushes over as fast as he can. Nail looks up as he sees a familiar face. He then says, "No way, it's Frieza." Tora moments later arrives and witnesses his half corpse. He notices Nail's half corpse, you know what I mean? He looks in his pocket for a senzu bean and finds only one left. He also notices that both the warriors that Nail was fighting earlier were defeated. So who could have beaten Nail? Tour then gasps as he looks up as he notices another presence. Tour says, "No way. It can't be. It can't be Frieza. It can't. It can't." The man lowers down as he makes his first appearance, or his appearance. Tour notices it's not Frieza, but someone of the same stature and looks. The man makes it clear that he's not Frieza, but his brother, Cooler. So now y'all know who the villain is now. I mean, for those who knew who it was earlier, now it's confirmed. Tour then says it doesn't matter who you are, but you hurt Nail, and that won't slip. No, you done messed up. It is unforgivable. You are going to pay. Tour scouts at Cooler, as Cooler does the same. Tour asks, "Why are you here? What grudge do you have on me?" Cooler answers with, "You killed my brother, so you must pay with your own life." Tour then understands the circumstances, and I'm sorry, I thought I heard something back there. And what is the word? Hold up. Tour then understands the circumstances, and I don't know what I was spelled. I don't know. I don't know what I don't know. Alright, yeah. Tour then understands the circumstances, and a breeze whispers in the back as the two warriors get ready for a battle. So you know that old school Japanese, Chinese movie stuff, you know what I mean? That little wind in the background, that's what's going on now, you know what I mean? Tour charges his ki, and Cooler stands still as an ice cube. Oh, yo. Tour charges his ki as Cooler stands still like an ice cube, so, you know, Cooler looking cool, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Cooler is calm, suppressed, as if he is holding something back, his real power. Tour screams, Kaioken, so, you know, Tour, he going away, he's trying to end Cooler fast. As he rushes over, Tour lands blow after blow as Cooler takes all of what Tour is dishing out. Tour then sends a wild kick and sends Cooler flying, wanting to end Cooler short, plain and simple. Tour charges an incredible Tiger Bomb as he collects energy to finish Cooler off. He holds it up and throws it right at Cooler. Cooler holds onto the blast for a few and then sends it straight up. A huge explosion occurs in the atmosphere as all the clouds disappear. The sky is a plain blue as everything around is leveled. Tour powers up even more and uses the Kaioken times 5, so he's going way up. Again, Cooler takes punch after punch and kick after kick as Tour doesn't give an inch against Cooler. Tour sends a wild right that sends Cooler right into the ground. Cooler then gets up and dusts himself off. Tour, frustrated that Cooler won't stay down, charges a Tiger Wave. The Tiger Wave is charged fully as Tour reveals the next level of the Tiger Wave. Tour shouts, Kaioken Tiger Wave. So it's the Kaioken Tiger Wave. Like I said in chapter 3 or chapter 4, that a Super Kaioken mean Super Tiger Waves when you get a Super Kaioken and you charge it up with the Super Kaioken and Super Tiger Wave, you know what I mean? So Kaioken Tiger Wave is when you just have your Kaioken power mastered and use the Tiger Wave, you know what I mean? I couldn't think of any other name, so I was like, screw it, Kaioken Tiger Wave. Then launches the attack. The ki blast is drawn closer and closer to Cooler as he holds off the attack. Once again, a moment passes and Cooler stops the blast completely as he releases the energy in the palm of his hands. Tour, tired from the blast, returns to his base form. Tora is almost drained of all of his energy from those two blasts. Tora goes down to the ground slowly as he meets Cooler face to face. Tora then asks, why aren't you using your full power like Frieza? Or are you trying to make me lose my strength and swoop in the last minute? Cooler then replies with, I'm trying to find out the power you used when you defeated my brother. So just like what he did with Goku, he's trying to see that Super Saiyan power that Goku used on Frieza. Tora then realizes what Cooler wants him to do. Tora charges his power at max as he is ready to use a Super Kaioken once again against Cooler. A roar comes from Tora as the gushing red aura with electric strikes surrounds him. Tora, in a moment of full rage, screams, "This is the Super Kaioken." Tora stands on top of a cliff as he awaits for Cooler to make his move. Cooler hovers up and says, "Hey, before you die, I'll give you the pleasure of witnessing my fifth form, my final transformation." Tora, in complete shock, is stunned by the words Cooler had spoke, and then thought he was bluffing. Cooler charged up his power and then some as he releases the power of his last transformation. Tora, in a frightening awe, looks up upon Cooler as he transforms. Cooler, a moment later, begins the process of transforming, that is. He buffs up and then grows blades from his very own flesh, from his arms, grows in height, has menacing red eyes, and finally horns upon his head. Cooler then announces, "This is my final true form." Tora swallows a big gulp and straightens up as he gets ready for combat. This was now the second round of this fight. Tora stands up, and then a second passes as both Cooler and Tora clash. Cooler and Tora were delivering blow against blow, attack against attack, till they lowered down and scouted each other out. Tora then charges a small Tiger Wave and launches it. In return, Cooler charges a similar Ki Wave that he then launches. A Ki struggle begins. Neither gave an inch, as everything around was crumbling down and was being destroyed from their amazing power. Hold up. Cooler looked over at Tora and asked, "Why did you stop?" Tora replied with, "I've been using 95% of my power, while you've been using way less than. I simply can't win like this," Cooler then said, "Then just die." Then just die. The way I said that, then just die. That sounds better. Cooler rushes over with a striking knee that sends Tora through a mountain and right onto the ground. Then Cooler jumps on Tora. Cooler stomps on Tora's body with jump after jump. So you know how Broly was jumping on Goku and just like smashing him to the ground? That's what Cooler's doing now. Crushing Tora both physically and mentally. Cooler then backs up as he charges a death beam, the likes of which would put him to his bitter end. A moment passes as someone arrives to the scene. It was Bulma. Cooler looks over from a distance and spots her. Tora, with blood gushing out his mouth and broke on the inside, tries to tell Bulma to go. Tora says, "Bulma, run away. Just go already." Bulma can't move. Bulma can't make out what he says and gets out her car. Bulma runs towards Tora and tries to get him to the car so she can heal him, but she didn't notice that Cooler was there, and in an instant she was the one who got death beamed. I don't know, might want to end it here, guys. I don't know. And she gets death beamed. You know what? That's about it. I'm gonna end it here, guys. This next part's gonna get really crazy. The next one will be the end of. Hold up, let me see how many. Yeah, this next chapter, chapter 7, will be actually really short. It'll be the end of Cooler, the Cooler fight, the Cooler saga. So yeah, let me go ahead and make this a note. Alright, then that will be the end of chapter 6, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed. The next part will be probably be about 10 minutes long. Probably will be one of the shortest chapters in the series. Only because I think I did say way too much for this. I read 14 pages too. So yeah, I wasn't really expecting to read that much. There's only about 5 or 6 pages left in the Cooler saga. So yeah, be tuned in for that. I might be doing that tomorrow. Today's my last day of winter break or Christmas break, so I won't be able to do more videos. I will probably be doing one more video on my main channel today, being this channel, of course, and then my gaming channel. I have to do some videos on there. So yeah, be tuned in for those videos. And this is Ultra Tiger 0425. Hopefully you have enjoyed chapter 6. Put your favorite part of this chapter in the comment section down below. Discuss with others, what do you think chapter 7 will be about? And I will probably be doing chapter 7 tomorrow. So yeah, have a wonderful day, guys. Again, I am Ultra Tiger 0425. I'm signing out. Peace, man.